It's kind of weird. I haven't really known Clem a really long time compared to a lot of you, but I've known a lot of his friends a really long time because when I left Austin to come to Wimberley and raise kids with Mike was about when Clem kind of entered the Austin scene. So like everybody else, when I met him, I felt like I'd known him my whole life, and he told me I was like the little sister he never had. If he said that to all of you, please don't tell me. It'll I know you're all his best friends. I know the feeling, and I can tell you, you know, during the last weeks of his life, he was a happy, happy, happy man. And some of the last things that he ever said to me were how proud he was of his girls. They were inducted in the National Honor Society, and they won big academic awards. He was so proud of how beautiful and gracious they were, and what good people they're turning into, and he and Marty are such a solid team. I'm sorry I can't talk about it in the past tense yet, but it's been such a solid team for those girls, and I try to find the things to be grateful about, and I'm grateful that they're 17 and they know what kind of a man he is and was, and they can look for that same kind of man to raise their own children with. And I really appreciate all of you coming today, and Doc for filming it, because someday maybe Clem's kids, his grandkids, can watch this and know how loved he was. And it's hard to put it into words in an obituary. It's hard to put it into anything, you know, but just this outpouring of love will show what kind of man he was. And it's kind of ironic that his heart was too big. I think we knew that all already. His voice was too big, his feet were too big, everything about him was too big, and it was really fun to watch him try to fit into my Honda Fit. I just loved to make Clem comfortable. He loved to make everyone else uncomfortable, so I like to do it back to him. And, so anyway, he called us his gang, and he loved nothing more than to hang out with his gang, besides his family, of course. And we loved him, even if we didn't have him very long. We're really glad we kind of got the bell lap with him, because he was in rare form and totally at peace with his life and happy, and never said an unkind word about any of you unless it was really, really funny. And then, but even though he called you all knuckleheads and goofballs, you know, it was like a caress. It was like a kiss when it came from Clem.
But he would do it in front of you too.
In front of you, to your face, and way too often, and way too close. But he would wrap that arm around your head and pull you in so tight, and then he did that mind meld with you, and you were his from that moment on. Anyway, I woke up Monday morning, and the last song that Clem and I ever sang together, I think, was George and Tammy, Golden Rings. And I woke up about 4 in the morning, I hadn't been sleeping well, and there was his stupid voice loud in my head singing Golden Rings. And so I was like, okay, Clem, and I got up and I got a cup of coffee and a piece of paper and a big fat pen and my guitar, and just felt like writing a song. And so I'm not very mystical, and I'd probably laugh at myself if I was sitting out there hearing this, but I just kind of feel like Clem wanted me to write this song, and maybe he even helped me. And I may have to close my eyes to make it through it, but I'm going to try to play it. And it's kind of, I guess, what I think, when we would have the jam, it was always so exciting when Clem would walk in. Oh yeah, we're going to have fun. And then it was always so sad when he reached for his fiddle case, because then I knew he was going to leave. And I'd be like, oh, don't leave. And he'd be like, well, Marty's at home, and the girls are at home. I need to go. And, you know, one more song, you know. And so this is kind of about all that. So we'll see if we can get through this. I'm not very good, so.
Thanks for telling us.
It's far too late to say I'm leaving early. I'm far too old to not know how it ends. I'll just slip out before you even miss me. Too hard to say goodnight to all my friends. So pour me a whiskey and I'll head on home. My angels are sleeping, my cow That's what forever's for. I guess I never lost my sense of wonder, how the future looks just like the past, how summer days are burned into my memory, but faded just like this old photograph. My angels are sleeping, my cowgirl's alone. I'd sing one more sad song, but you'd still want more. There's always tomorrow, that's what forever's for. Tell all the girls you see how much I love them. Tell all the boys a dirty joke or two. And when you least expect it, you will hear me, 'cause I'll be sitting right here next to you. Angels are sleeping, my cowgirl's alone. I'd sing one more sad song, but you'd still want more. There's always tomorrow, that's what forever's for. So pour me a whiskey and I'll head on home. My angels are sleeping, my cowgirl's alone. I'd sing one more sad song, but you'd still want more. There's always tomorrow, that's what forever's for. Hell, there's always tomorrow, that's what forever's for.